Good morning, everybody. This is Robin from Roaming with Rover. Thank you for joining us today for one more cross-stitch advent box opening, Caterpillar CrossStitch. Okay, so first we have to get our tea. Let's see what our tea is going to be for today. Blue and green, High Mountain Oolong Tea. High Mountain Oolong Tea, pure and unblended. High-grown oolong. I can never remember what oolong is. Oh, smells good. Smells good. Okay, let's give that thing a little bath and see how she does. Dippity dippity dip into the water. Little hot tub soak for the tea bag. Okay, we'll let that thing cook. And I have a story for you. So I had to go yesterday and get my oil changed. And I took the 12 Days of Christmas project with me to work on. I thought that'll be something easy to work on. The horn that I was doing was all one color, so this will be easy. So I'm sitting there and I'm working on it. And I needed more thread. And I had left my scissors here at the house. Well, there's a bunch of guys in the shop there, so I bebop over there and I said, hey, does anybody here have a buck knife? 4 guys standing there. Every one of them pulls out a buck knife, open, ready to go. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And the only reason I thought it was because Mr. carries one with him all the time. And so every time I need something, he just whips that out and cuts something up. But I just thought it was so funny that every single one of them had one and just was ready to go with it, ready to save the day and cut my little piece of thread. So I was able to keep going. And because I was able to keep going, look what I did. Number 11, the, 11 pipers piping? Which means we've only got one left. Can you believe that? First of all, can you believe I kept up with this thing? I can't. There was a couple of days I didn't think I was going to get through this. But today, this last one, 12 drummers drumming. And I already looked at it. There's a lot of satin stitch, which my satin stitch just isn't very pretty. I was fooling myself on day 6 when it turned out nice. The other ones have not. So we'll see. There's a lot of satin stitch on this one. Alrighty, so that'll be the last section. And somebody asked me how you finish these. There's a few ways, but basically what most people do is kind of trim this so it's not so long. And then they fold it back. They're going to fold it under like this and sort of glue it down. Or you take a piece of needle and thread and sort of gather it together. And that just kind of makes it look sort of like this-ish. The backs aren't pretty. Some people do a really nice job. Not me. They're going to take and put some batting in here and then a piece of fabric over the top of it, which they would glue to this edge. And I could see, especially like this one, where if you took a little bit of fabric and used your pinking shears to give it that nice edge, which I don't have. I don't have pinking shears. I used to have pinking shears. I had my grandmother's pinking shears, and they have disappeared, and I'm not happy about it. But they would take a piece of fabric, a round piece of fabric, and pink around the edges, and then so that it would look like this. You would have your finished project here. I know I'm fumbling around here. You'd have your finished project there with a just tiny little bit of edging of the pinking showing on the outside edge. So that's one way to finish those. Actually, that's 2 ways to finish those. Alrighty, so we are up to date on this, and we're up to the drummers. We shall see how that goes. Alrighty, let's check out our box. Okay, we are on box number 22, which is down here. And there's a critter on there. Is that a badger? I think that's a badger. Okay. Crows remember faces. Really? So you could technically make friends with one. Who knew? Crows remember faces. So you could technically make friends with one. Very interesting. Okay. There's a lot going on in here. I don't even want to shake it too hard. hear all that? All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, I love these. Okay. So first we have a great big O-ring, the type that opens up like that. And then we have floss holders. And the floss holders are, they can be anything. But it looks like this one was made out of something recycled. So they are, these ones are, let's see, here we go. These ones are star-shaped. And they're in different colors. Okay, and I've got a clear one. And the way I know they're recycled is it's got printing on the back. And then another silvery one. And a solid sort of grayish one. So what we do with these, we do two things. First, they're going to hang on this like that. So you're going to have them all hung on here. And then when you're doing your project, you've got all your threads right there together. And what you're going to do, let's see if I can set one of these up for you so you can see how it works. Okay, so I would take my, I would take my floss, I would take it out of the thing, and I would open it up, maybe. And usually you're going to open it up more than this. So you would open it again, or you would unwind the whole thing and then make it longer. But you're going to take this and fold it, put it into the big section here and fold it over. There you go. So now you got your floss on there. Okay. And then the little one goes on the little ring, one goes on this ring, and the other one, as you're using your floss, a lot of times you have left, now this is a tiny little piece, but a lot of times you have big pieces left over. Or if you pull one of these out to use it, that's right, because now you're going to cut this. So then now you're going to pull one of these out to use it, and then you would hang the leftovers of that in one of these other rings, or the leftovers of what you were in the process of using. So then that would also, I'm making it sound much more complicated than it is. It's a very simple little thing. Get it in there. It's gonna fight with me. And then I just do a little pull over. Again, if this were a bigger piece, it would be easier to work with. But that's what I had left. There. Now, so I have my leftovers right there. So the next time I want to use this, I just pull this off of there and it's ready to go. And then you've got all of your colors that you're using hanging in one area. And you can put more than one in here. I've had for sure two. And especially if you've got partial skeins, then you can multiply them. So that's what this is. Really, really, I like these a lot. Now I gotta make sure to not lose my, and then you take, speaking of not losing your number, so then you're gonna take, on one of these, on every one of these, there's a number, that's your color number. So this one is 797. So I would either take a marker, like a Sharpie or something, and write on here, or what I do is I just cut that little bit out and tape it on there. And then you can reuse it for any color you want. And that's what that is. So, some people use them all the time. Where's my, in fact, let me show you what I did with that big cross-stitch project I told you I was working on. I took them and I just took little squares. Come on. Can't even hardly tell, it's getting so wore out. Okay, I just took little squares of paper and hole punched them. And I hung my thread in it. And I braided the thread just to keep it from tangling up. and then tied a little string on the bottom. And I did that because, like I said, this one project that I'm working on is all one color. So I did that with a whole bunch of white ones. And then when I'm using them, I just pull one of the sets of strings. See, this is what I would use. That's a set of 6. And I just pull that out. Comes right out of, even with it being braided like that, it comes right out. And then you're going to separate this out and do your project. And so this is just this is a fancy way of what I have here with the cardboard. Okay, that's a really cool one. I'll put that back together and put our box back in. But I've got that yarn on there, so I'll play with that in a minute. Let's turn our box around. Oh, we've got a sleigh with presents. And that's going to go right there. Oh, and there's our little badger. He's sitting right there. All righty. Tomorrow, the next one is 23. So we are getting there. We are getting there. Okay, let's try our tea. High Mountain Oolong Tea. It's kind of dark. Just about as dark as a black tea. Smells like a black tea. I like that. Tastes just like a regular black tea. Okay. Oh, that's good. Done and done. Alrighty. That's it for today. Please like, please subscribe. Please share this out with somebody who might enjoy it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.